Hey, what's up everyone? All right, so here we are Wednesday morning and finishing the day at about $10,000 in profit. I made my way up to about 14,000 and then gave back about a third. So a green day, finished at 10, which is good. I'm very happy with that. Could have been a little bit better, but you know, at the same time, green is good and that's fine. It's a solid day. I had a solid day yesterday and then I had small days on Friday and Monday. So here's the challenge. I've had a really good little run here for the last like 4 or 5 days, which means I'm cruising for a red day. You know, you hit green so many times, you know you're gonna come up red, right? So, you know, I mean, it's just kind of statistics. And what I'm a little concerned about is the fact that the last couple months, and this is not me trying to make it happen or, you know, kind of like put it in my mind that I'm gonna, you know, they say like, you know, with skiing, with riding a bike, you know, you will go where your eye is. So if you're staring at a tree, you're gonna go right in that tree. You gotta keep your eye going to where you wanna go. So I don't wanna have my eye on losing money, but at the same time, I wanna remember the mistakes I've made in previous months. And in the last couple months, January, I made 100,000 bucks and then gave it all back and went to flat on the month, red. I did the same thing in February, almost the same thing in March. And I'm a little bit concerned about that happening here in April. Okay, so I've had a good couple of days. Can I hold on to it? Can I avoid having a $15,000, $20,000, $30,000 red day where I basically give back everything that I've made? And you know, that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm a little bit worried about. And so I think that today was not as hot as yesterday, and I recognized that pretty quickly, and I eased off the throttle. I did get into a couple trades where I just was like, man, this is not working very well. And I got out pretty quickly. So that's what I have to keep doing. If it's not working, just get out and be willing to say, you know what? I don't have to trade today. I don't have to take any more trades today. I can just say, that's it. I'm gonna call it a day there at whatever it is, you know, small red day. Successful red days. You know, that's something that's worthy of a sticky note. Can you have successful red days? A successful red day is a day where you're red and you don't go revenge trading, you don't go chasing it, you don't go trying to desperately make back the loss. You just say, that's it. It's a small red day and I'm just gonna let that be what it is. You know, and I'm a little annoyed because I know this ADN stock is now up 82%. I'm down 500 bucks on it. And you know, whatever, 500 bucks, who really cares? But it's starting to get to me a little bit. I'm getting a little annoyed. And when you start getting annoyed, that's a really good indicator. Say, you know what, shut it down, walk away. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's a new day, so just move on. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna shut it down, lock up the 10,000 bucks and come back tomorrow. So for those of you guys on YouTube, a reminder, a couple things. One, trading is risky. My results are not typical. Most beginner traders lose money. Trade in a simulator before you put real money on the line. All right, I always wanna say that. Number two, morning show. Live trading tomorrow morning, starting anytime between 8:30 and 9:15, depending on what's going on in the market. I hope you're subscribed to the channel. That way you get the notification when I go live. Number three, a couple of videos that have been popular recently. A video on how to trade dips. I'll put a link in the description to trading dips. Also this morning during the morning show, there were a couple of great examples of dip trades. So go back and watch that live if you want to, because it's so helpful to see these videos again and again and again. You're trying to learn and I'm trying to teach you. So keep watching, enjoy, and I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. All right, I'll see you then. Okay, so I'm gonna break it down fairly quickly for you. Not a lot of trades today, kept it pretty tight. It's about 10:40 right now. First trade this morning was on MOBQ. MOBQ was our leading gapper in the entire market, gapping up 63%, 5.45 million share float, currently has 44 million shares of volume, is my second biggest winner of the day. My first trade on it was along at 239, right here where this blue line is. So I bought at 239 first as it was squeezing up right here because I thought it was going to break through 250. It's a high at 248, it pulls back. I then got back in at that level, goes up to right here, 255. And from that point, I actively traded it as it went higher. And so what that means is I would take profit, and then I would add back for a break through the new high. And then I would take profit, and then I would add back for a break through the new high. And then I would take profit, and then get back in. And in some of these cases, I lost a little, or it was break even, and on others, I got a nice trade. So I was up about $1,800 on the stock before this big green candle right here, and that gave me about $2,000, which put me up $3,800 on the day. So that was how I built my cushion on the day. Once MOBQ kind of got into this range, it became choppy, wasn't really interested in it anymore, and was selling off towards the open. The second stock I trade today was BBAI. BBAI had a very similar looking chart to SST, which yesterday was a recent IPO stock that went from about $22 up to $37 a share. So all-time high on BBAI was a little over 10. And this morning it was squeezing up, and it had already gone up to 1481. And so as it broke back over, I took 2 trades on it. Well, the first one was right here, and I lost $100. I got in, it didn't squeeze, stopped out. I got back in the second time it came up right here, and on that trade, again, actively traded it. So traded through that range up to 16, but actively trading means initially getting in right through here, taking some profit, adding back, taking some profit, adding back, taking some profit. Now, a different way to trade this, of course, would be to get in and just hold through the whole move. And I've never really been good at doing that. The problem is, look at this, it dropped from $16 all the way to 15. So, when it starts dropping, I get out. And then when it starts curling back up, I get back in. And that has just sort of always been the way I trade these. Unfortunately, at the bell, it sold off pretty hard and it halted down. So that was a little disappointing. It didn't hold up super well. The next one I traded was ADN, and I took several trades on it, and I'm down $500, which is kind of disappointing considering it's up 67%. But this one, so for instance, on this trade here, I didn't take it because I was like, oh, I don't know, that feels, wait, let me just double check that. Yeah, 21. I was like, I don't know. It dropped so hard in this candle. I'm not sure it's going to work, but it did. And then I got in as it squeezed up like at 30, but it only went to 39. And then I got back in right here for the breakthrough 50, but it hit 47 and then rolled over. And then when it came up here, I was like, I don't think I can trust it. And at that point, I had already taken the $2,400 loss on IOBT. So I went from a high of about 14,000 on the day to up 10,000, gave back a little profit. So I missed out on some of the opportunities on ADN, but that's okay. IOBT, this one, kind of annoying, light volume. It starts to pop up here to 872, and I lost on it as it ripped up on that candle right there. I added at 973. It dips down. I added 936. I was like, okay, I'll buy the dip, thinking it would come back up, and then I stopped out as it dropped back down. So it was a light volume pop. The volume candle was high. It was a nice volume bar, but it just didn't hold up. So I lost 2,400 on it, which all things considered is not bad. My biggest winner certainly exceeded my biggest loser today. But, then that was sort of me starting to give back profit. So I ended the day with a loss on IOBT, and the trade before that was a loss on ADN. So my last 2 trades were red. And that is why I've kind of thought, maybe I don't want to keep pushing my luck here. BBAI didn't hold up as well as I hoped it would, even though it was a blue sky setup. Neither did MOBQ. And ADN, well, it's held up a little better than I thought, but at the same time, it's been fairly choppy. So I think I'll just call it a day, shut it down, and live to trade another day. A $10,000 green day is still fantastic. And as always, even though I'm not super, super happy with it, I have to remember my results are not typical. I have to be very grateful. This is a really good green day. Yesterday was 32,000. So that puts me up 42,000 on the week. Plus I made 2,500 on Monday. So like 45,000 on the week. So that I really cannot complain. I'm sitting in good shape on the month. I'm more than halfway to how I did in March. and it's only April 6th. So now here's the problem. What's happened the last few months is that I had a good start and then I gave it all back. And some months I gave it all back and went to flat on the month or even red on the month. So my job is to make sure that doesn't happen to me this month. I've got to manage my risk. I've got to really try to keep the losses smaller over the next couple days. And you know, on IOBT, as it was dropping down, there was a part of me that I was like, you know what, just keep adding. And I'm glad I thought better of that, because it halted down and then it went quite a lot lower, which is really disappointing. But I'm glad that I didn't dig that hole deeper, because I easily could have, and I could have given back my whole day. So hopefully I can keep a good head on my shoulders here, you know, through the rest of this week and going into next week. And if I have a couple days where I don't trade at all, or I have a couple days where I have small losses and just say, you know what, that's it, I'm done. No reason to push it if the market is a little cold on one particular day. I think that would be really, really good. So that's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm at here. And yeah, sort of a short recap, but that's okay. So I'll be back at it as always, first thing tomorrow morning. And I will see you then. Warrior students, I've got a couple things that I want to mention to you, but for the recap going up to YouTube, this'll end it. So thanks for watching the recap, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. I hope you really enjoyed that video, and make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Our goal is to hit 1 million subscribers this year, but we won't get there without your help. So please, please, please hit that subscribe button.